don't people know I'm doing a show? Why do they call?
I'm really sick of that damn gnome. Stop getting yourself into trouble every freaking season. You're in rapids, you're rolling down hills, and then all our people have to save you every damn week. Damn gnome.
And I love it when people learn lessons.
I would bet money on it that Rachel has been vajazzled. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Amazing Race All-Stars Week 3 recap. We have so much to talk about this episode, with or without sequins. But first, you guys know the deal. You can follow me over on Twitter. I'm at Reality Recaps.
Superfan Missy Z here. Thanks for watching. Send us your questions. I want to know what you thought about last night's episode of The Amazing Race. I enjoyed it, and I can't wait to talk about it with all of you.
Hey guys, John Richardson here. Instead of sequence, I thought I'd do a little plaid and butch it up. Right, like I can butch it up. I'm so excited to talk about last night's episode. You can follow me at Comedy Jonah.
And you know what else you guys can do? You can check out our all-new website over at yourrealityrecaps.com, or if you're watching this on our YouTube page, comment below and let us know your questions and comments about today's recap show for last night's Amazing Race. And thumbs up and subscribe while you're there. And of course, most importantly, John, what else can they do?
They can go to yourrealityrecaps.com/kick and donate to our Kickstarter so that we can continue to bring you wonderful content like today's shows, as well as blogging, as well as vlogs to episodes of your favorite shows, and in-person events like Big Brother premiere party in New York in the summer, all kinds of good stuff. So just go to yourrealityrecaps.com/kick, check out our video. It explains it all. And that's about it.
Just go to Kick.
Just go to Kick.
Just kick it. Just, I love it. 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 I love it.
I know.
Put your foot down, John. Jesus, you're going to pull something.
Seriously.
I was pulling something.
Oh, no.
The whole point.
I know what I'm not going to be pulling, and it is anything, because I am very upset about this Amazing Race episode.
Let's just do spoilers. Let's just do spoilers.
Look, here's the thing. People are tuning in. This is a lot of feedback that I get. So you guys let us know if you agree with this or don't. Everybody keeps saying that we don't need to go in order, that they all watch the show, so we're not really spoiling anything for them. And and that they like when we're kind of all over the place. So
good.
You guys let us know if you are still cool with that, or if you like when we go in order with the information. But guess what? Spoiler alert, YouTube's out, and the odds were not in their favor. I'm very upset.
No, I'm very upset too.
You know what? I'm even very upset, and I had said in the beginning of, recapping with you guys that I didn't know much about them, so I didn't more or less like them, but I told you last week I got to know a different side of them when they helped someone else in the race. And now, here we are this week, and I'm really digging them and really feeling their heart and seeing, who they are, and they get eliminated, and I definitely need to see more of them, and I hope that they do another one and they come back again, because I think they're really cool people, it seems like, inside the game and outside the game. So I need to know more about them.
Yeah, they're really cool. I've checked out some of their content online. They do these stories where there's different episodes. I love the editing that we do on our show. That editing is done very well too. It's really entertaining, and they're entertaining, and I'm bummed that they left. But, oh my gosh, the thing that I took from this episode, unfortunately, besides my sadness for Joey and Megan, was what have I been complaining about the last few episodes? The challenges are easy. Well, No, they're not. So.
And apparently it doesn't matter how hard that they are. I will also just say this. The link to Joey and Megan's YouTube channels will be in the description below this in the edited version as well. So let's start at the beginning then, John, and talk about those challenges. We saw that the teams were off to Borneo, and boy-o.
Yeah.
Because there were two planes.
Right.
Go ahead.
To Malaysia. To Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Now, to Malaysia. So so I kept rewinding it because I kept getting lost. And why did Brenchel arrive so late? Was that explained?
No, it's not explained. And I was waiting the whole episode to figure out why. I think it was their taxi driver, and you could just get a bad taxi driver. And I think they got one hell of a bad taxi driver.
1 out of 7.
Yeah, 1 out of 7.
Yeah. Because
there's more to that story. We need to ask them.
We need answers.
We don't need to ask anybody anything. This one has all the details right here.
Fill us in, Eric.
Yeah, it was bad taxi. In that situation, it was a legitimately for real bad taxi was.
And when you mean legitimately real, what is not real?
Well, we'll talk about it later on in the season.
Editing, like something with a rap maybe at the end of
or
that,
the nasty P word.
Oh yeah, production.
So the 2 flights that were getting them out were 3 hours delayed, and apparently there was only however many spots there needed to be. But yes, Brendan and Rachel were the first team on the last flight, along with John and Jessica. I always do this when I say John, smiley face killer, and YouTube. I did like how YouTube was like, "Yay! This is going to be the final 3 teams. This is good luck." And I was like,
"Yeah."
No.
Good bonding. It was a good bonding moment. I was like, wow, watch all 3 of them pull ahead of everybody else. That would be like fantastic. Because like those cowgirls, country singers, they need to go. I know I call them cowgirls. Those country singers need to go. I don't like them in the race at all. I just do not.
Are you a woman's woman
or not? Are you a woman's woman or not? Why don't you like them?
No, I don't see them racing a good race at all. Like probably out of it, they're probably really chill ladies, but no, when I see them, I actually cringe a little bit. Who knows? I might love them.
Doing well.
Oh, thank you.
They're doing well. They're still in the race.
Some of this heat is coming off of my back this episode.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I like them. And that's my own personal opinion just by watching them.
Yeah, Missy, I just wish you wouldn't beat around the bush and just let us know how you feel.
How I really feel? I don't like the quote-unquote country singers at all.
I'm going to start singing my country songs to you. I'm going to start singing.
Yeah, look, here, and I just want to reiterate again, because they're probably watching. On the show.
Yes, on the show.
Thank you.
I don't mean to.
Just the show, in the box on the TV.
Know you anyway else.
Right. Because we'll get to where I will say I'm surprised. I wasn't surprised that you guys were good at blowing or other things. But we'll get there.
I will. there to use the pass.
Mm-hmm.
That should have been a girl's challenge, definitely. I'm just saying.
So the
I know
teams that made it onto the first flight were Dave Connor, Leo and Jamal, the Country Girls, Dave and Connor is who made it on the first flight. And, oh man, what is our lesson? I forgot. I learned how to say the name. How am I saying the name? Did we say it's Hanny or Hannah? No, it's Hannah, right? It is
Hannah, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, get it right. Come on. We practiced this last week, Eric.
I know, so I got it right now. It's Hannah. Funny you said the odds weren't in their favor. Joey ends every video by saying, may the odds ever be in your favor. It's really sad the YouTubers went, I'm not really sure who's my favorite now because I love them. Oh, Hannah, that's exactly why I said it. I actually watched Joey and Megan's videos, and I love them. So, yeah. Now, let's just go right to the roadblock and this traveling gnome. And P.S., all of you watching, and you're welcome, and I would like a little bit of donate to our Kickstarter, but if you tweet with the hashtag #IWannaGo, and you don't even have to put anything else, you just have to have the hashtag #IWannaGo, Travelocity is giving away a trip for anywhere in the world you want to go. They're picking people at random. So,
very interesting. That gnome got around last night. That's all I'm saying.
It did. I'm really sick of that damn gnome. Stop getting yourself into trouble every freaking season. You're in rapids, you're rolling down hills, and then all our people have to save you every damn week. Damn gnome. So, right. Let's talk the roadblock and having to rappel down. I'll let you go, Missy, first. What would you like to say about it?
Listen, I'm so excited. I am, because Rachel, listen, the girl always cracks me up, but she really cracked me up last night because she doesn't want to get her glitter shorts wet. And what cracked me up even more is the crotch grab screen that they did, and they totally blurred it out so we couldn't see it. Thank you. Thank you very much, CBS. I'm just saying. But I'm sure it sparkles, too, what they blurred out. So she did amazing. I was laughing the whole entire time. I'm sorry, but she's, she doesn't want to get her shorts wet, and she's going down in her underwear. And then you had that blurred out, what we didn't want to see, but it was fun. I'm sorry.
And it wasn't just getting the shorts wet. She didn't want to lose a sequence, and so the hashtag was no sequence lost, right?
I think it was just no sequence. But yes, and I'll say this.
That's my new drag name. No sequence lost.
No sequence lost. Okay.
I'm going to create one for RuPaul. So.
You have to wear green, all green.
I have to say, I'm pretty sure, I would bet money on it, that Rachel has been vajazzled. And if you don't know what that is, Google it.
I just the visual. I don't want to know.
If Missy doesn't and has one, sorry.
Oh my God, Rachel.
With how much Rachel loves glitter, I'm just saying she's vajazzled. So they could have unblurred that. We would have just seen.
Are the jewels edible? Do we know, like on a cake?
We have to ask Brendan. We just really do.
Brennan, I was talking to Rachel last night during the episode, so I should have asked. We could have had an exclusive. Michael in the YouTube chat is saying he is calling it now father and son duo for the win. Forgot how good they are.
Yeah, they compete really well, and I'm surprised because, again, they don't bring me the entertainment value that I personally look for in a reality show. So, I mean, they're definitely... Of course, in a reality show, you should be looking for who you want to get to the end. But, along the way, you got to learn personalities. And you the learn if they're funny, not funny, what they are. And I just think that the father and son are just, boom, dedicated. And they have a very good chance if they, keep the dedication that they have, except for a couple of mishaps here and there. But they're determined. And that's what I like about them. Like, nothing seems to be taking away from their strategization to get to the end. So they're focused.
I did not care for them their first season. That's where I got my Stumble McCrutches from. I always called the father Stumble McCrutches because of his first season. It's like, whatever. I mean, really, kudos to Connor. He carries that whole entire team. So if they win, then sure, they clearly deserve it. What did you think of the Cowboys missing the clue and having to go back for it, Missy?
Again, he was looking to his right, not his left. And, I thought for sure it was going to put them way behind time. But as we see, it didn't. So, again, lucky. It's all luck. But stupidity on their part. Because, again, I feel as though the Cowboys are really focused with a little bit of charm and funniness, to their race. And that brings in the Globetrotters, too. Who has time to dance around? I mean, I love seeing that, but you're there to win money. You don't have time to dance. So, I don't know.
It's true. I love that they brought in their theme music for, I like how they're bringing in all of this theme music this season. Oh, here, I'll do this for the editing. Woo, woo, woo. Hey, John, I didn't mute you. I don't know if you muted you. I'm just letting you know you're muted and I didn't do it.
Oh, I know. I'm just doing something, and I'm coughing. But as far as the Cowboys missing that, I could not believe it. And the fact that he still had his jeans on, just for the fact that he Right, he's got a great butt. But you know how heavy those jeans were probably the first time being in the water, but now having to do it the second time, I don't know. But I could have watched it all day.
Really? Go ahead, Missy.
That's just like Rachel taking off her shorts to go down in her underwear. She has to take time to put her shorts back on. So I can't, I don't think any of them really used their logic at that point in time. Yeah. Every second counts in The Amazing Race. So. And
the freaking poor gnome is dying. We don't have time for you to take off your pants, Rachel. You have to save the gnome. It's drowning. It's being waterboarded. You need to get to it, is what I'm saying.
But I liked watching Luke go down, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching them. I thought that was a great roadblock.
Yeah, it was a soup. That was like a good little fun warm up to what was about to happen.
Wow.
In the I want to say Roadblock.
Rapid Waters.
No, why can't I? Wow, it's been 4 seasons of covering The Amazing Race. What is it called when you have the 2 choices? Because it's left my brain.
Detour?
A detour. Thank you. And my brain's back. So the detour was River Delivery or Jungle Run.
Right.
River Delivery was they had to build the raft and deliver the groceries, or not. And then Jungle Run was go through the jungle and shoot fake parrots.
No, not shoot.
Or
shoot fake parrots.
Blow dart.
Big difference.
Right. So can we start on the River Delivery water rafting experience? Because here are the just only 2 points I want to make, because I know we have a lot of funny to get to. But Dave and Connor and the Cowboys both missed the first delivery location, just went right past it, then just parked the damn raft wherever the hell they wanted to, and then walked the clue to the place to no penalty at all and no repercussions. And that's BS, because I know if a team that maybe production didn't like would have done that, they would have been penalized out the ass. That's all I'm saying. Comment below. Go ahead, Missy.
See, I disagree with you. I mean, I don't, production, the penalization, and maybe I do and maybe I don't. Listen, they missed where they were supposed to get off and deliver the groceries, but they got to all the way down to the next point, and they literally carried everything back. Now, they could not have been in the water and gone back because the current was just way too fast going downstream. Yeah. I mean, they'd have been there forever and they'd have been out completely if they would have had to do that. So, of course, they got on foot and walked it back, but the current brings you down so quickly. Walking all the way back had to be like, don't people know I'm doing a show? Why do they call? Walking the groceries back, I know. Walking the groceries back has to take much more time than riding the current down. So how they ended up in first is still beyond me, because that was a big waste of time by walking it back.
Lots of mysteries in this episode. Well, they weighed over 50 pounds too, delivering that food. Like 70 pounds. They had to have
stopped and put it down because their hands had to be turning red at some point in time. But we didn't see that. I think there's a lot of production around that.
Of course. And cameras. So the thing that I loved about it is my F-Canimals. Mm-hmm. And I love it when people learn lessons. So what was the thing? The first thing that they wanted to do was lie and say, nope, this isn't the drop-off point. Mm-hmm. But they didn't, because of what happened in their season and getting double detoured and all of that stuff. So good for you. Proud of my boys.
No, I'm not proud of them. I'm not proud of them at all.
I am.
Why? You're lying.
I just told you why. I just told you.
It doesn't matter. I disagree with you.
You blow on your earpiece? You blow on your speakers? What's going on?
I totally disagree with you. They should have lied. I mean, kudos to them for not lying. I won't want them lying to me, but hello.
Listen, they lied last season, and guess what? They got double detoured, which caused them a lot of problems.
Well, they obviously believe in karma, so.
What they believe is the filming of All Stars happened a week after the filming of their season, or the week after their season ended,
Right.
and then they got to see all the hate they got, and were like, ooh, we're going to turn our image around this season. However, I think it was a good thing that they did it. I am all team Afghanimals this season. I am loving them. But I have to say, I was not surprised that our good old country white cowboy Americans didn't have a problem not returning the favor and letting the Afghanimals drown the river. Like, but I was just waiting for them to be like, bye, terrorists. Like, that's what you were all thinking it. You were all thinking it. That is exactly what the Cowboys were thinking. Drown terrorists. Drown. That's what they were thinking.
Oh my God! This is just this is a show filled with hate.
No, it is not. It is not. I'm just saying. Comedic recaps. I was surprised they didn't have
In the challenge, John, what would you have chosen? Would you have chosen River Delivery or Jungle Run?
Oh no! Could I build a raft? No, but I could do those darts because of my Native American, so it's ingrained into my DNA. So I could just sit there and. Like the next time I see Eric, I'm just going to shoot a dart from the next
Well, either way you have to build the raft. It didn't matter whether you did the delivery run or you did the jungle run. You had to build the raft.
This is true. Maybe somebody should have spent less time blowing on their microphone and a little more time paying attention to the show.
Okay, I just called you out there, Don.
Mm-hmm.
You had to build the raft. Either way. Yeah, got
Either
you.
way. And I do not want to make any challenge on a race that puts my life in the hands of me building something and going down that river rapid. And how annoying was it with the blondes being like, my finger. I was like, break. And then it was like, oh, no, I'm fine. I overreacted like I do to everything.
Yeah, she was acting like she was giving birth. I was like,
yeah, everyone watching,
expecting all this blood and then to not be able to continue the race anymore because she's been deformed because she was screaming like she had been, and it's all
boy,
good.
You two are just everyone watching. Hashtag these two is mean girls. My goodness.
Well,
No,
maybe if you would have watched the show, you'd be a little passionate.
I did watch the show. I still wasn't cheering on. Break.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
Comedic.
Just throwing it out there.
My role. I hate them.
Missy, can you hand Eric a tampon? I think he needs it.
Are you saying that girls are less than because they need tampons, John? That is sexist, and we don't appreciate that on our show.
Okay. Just bodily harm.
Okay. So definitely comment below and let us know, A, what you guys would have picked for the detour, and if you think it was fair that Dave and Connor did not have to go back or just receive any kind of penalty, because I agree with you, Missy. It's fun. They definitely couldn't go back against the current, but we have seen tons of other seasons where people they didn't follow the directions to the letter.
So they get a 3-hour penalty or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But, let's just keep pushing those Cowboys along. Oh, please, Brendan and Rachel, just take them out of this race. I want them detoured by you, or be the people that remove them from the race. Fingers crossed. The teams other than that really didn't have trouble with the rafts, except for Brendan and Rachel, I think, had it the worst. Everybody else recovered kind of quickly from their...
Margie and Luke had it really tough, though, too, with that raft. And they all had a problem with the raft and the current, definitely. And it was really a scary situation. If anyone's done rafting before, I have, believe it or not, a couple times. And that... No, I would have been petrified, and it was scary. It was definitely a risk for them to do what they were doing. So, again, on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, I could not at all imagine, and that broke my heart a little bit watching Margie and Luke do that, because that was a situation where I never even considered those options. Like, they had to be able to communicate by looking at each other. Like, that is frightening.
Turn around.
Yeah, and how?
Hey, point your stick the other way.
Right. It's definitely that's a challenge in itself. On top of the challenge that they had to endeavor, and they did. Kudos. I think if everybody struggled with that, and if anybody should have got an award, it should have been them two because of the communication issue.
Wait,
But Brendan and Rachel really did have it bad.
Hold on, Missy. The person who thinks we're being mean girls wants to criticize the deaf person for almost dying in the water. Go ahead, John.
That's not what I said. You said the communication was tough, and I agree, but all I said was turn your head and speak.
Yeah, no.
The mom's sitting there just spitting. Oh, I can't see. I can't communicate. I can't do that. Turn your head. Turn around. Turn around.
Right.
That is it. We are. I tell you right now.
Though, John.
Reality Rally. We are throwing John in some wave rapids, blindfolding him.
Put him in the wave pool, blindfold him, and plug his ears so he can't hear. Yep, and we're going to tell him that he's walking a plank, and instead a big wave comes up. Hits him in the face, and he has no idea.
You know, that is actually a really good point, which I think people may not realize. You all do know that the Reality Rally, you do an amazing race type race, and you do amazing race type challenges, and John is doing them. And we will have video of it. So, Missy, I'm going to just confirm this for us. We'll be doing a recap on John's amazing race experience when it's all over. Oh, just you know, John. So you should probably keep that in mind. Okay, back to the show. Brendan and Rachel's raft falls apart. Rachel's like a little drowned rat, and all of a sudden, Brendan's finding branches and twine and twigs to get it all back together. He's her freaking knight in shining armor, and I want a Brendan.
You want a Brendan? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I want a Brendan. I wish... Okay, I have a Brendan, but here's what I mean. I wish a Brendan for everyone. Like, he's just like... knight in shining armor forever. Is there anything he can't do? He's freaking getting... He's like Tarzan.
Listen, that's why they are now married. Every girl wants a Brendan. Pretty much. If you don't, you're lying.
I don't.
You're lying.
I am lying, actually.
You know, you just never hear him. I mean, we've heard him, say things to her, but when the pressure's on, he just does whatever it takes. He doesn't ask, and he does it out of protection for her. Right. Not because he wants to excel in the race. I mean, yes, he doesn't want to come out. And why their raft is the one that fell apart is beyond me, because, when I watched them build it, it looked much sturdier than everybody. And Rachel was so worried about the other people's raft, his and her raft,
Yeah, John and Jessica.
Yeah, their raft falling apart. But when it comes down to it, it was hers. But, there's a lot of drama in that scene, too. I mean, it really looked like the current was taking Brendan under, and then she's like, get the leaves. I'm thinking, oh, my God, she watches Survivor, so now she's going to weave herself a raft. And he ultimately finds the stick. Oh, he's the hero. He is. I don't know. How does all that happen?
I will say this. I think Brendan, for all of you that don't know this, is like ginormous. Like, he is so much bigger than me, obviously so much more muscular. He must be just like a ton of weight pushing down on that raft, which I think might be why theirs fell apart more so than a John and Jessica, who probably weigh like 200 pounds between them both. So I wonder if Brendan's weight had something to do with why it was falling apart. Quickly, John, Cindy Jensen says she loves you in your turnaround comments.
Turn around.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you.
There you go. Just wants to see you. Hannah is also saying, even though it wasted time, they still didn't follow the clue and they should have been penalized, referring to the Cowboys. And she liked that the animals told the truth because lying wouldn't have made any difference at all. I don't know about that.
She's talking about Dave and Connor, because Dave and Connor is the one who had to walk the stuff back.
Right. I'm sorry. I meant
That's okay.
her. No. She meant Cowboys. They lied. It was the Cowboys.
Guess someone else looked away from the TV too. Not just me.
Yeah, it was the Cowboys.
No, I thought she was referring to Dave and Connor because they their stop to deliver the groceries and then had to walk it back. They should have been penalized for missing and walking back. That's what I thought. That's okay. Move on.
Okay.
I was watching, John. I watched this episode very closely. I'll just have you know.
I know you did. You were a lot better than Eric and I.
No, stop.
Excuse me. I have notes, and P.S. Rachel was calling me all through it, being like, I need to see the
Oh,
link.
you poor thing. Brendan was calling me. I understand what you mean. Brendan was like calling me the whole time. I'm like, stop.
I would totally stop.
Neither of them called me because they knew I was going to be really harsh today on the.
You would have got a busy signal because he was on the phone with me. It would have went.
So Michael in the chat room is also saying, could Connor and his dad just ditched the food and did the hunting challenge?
Exactly. And that's why I think they thought if they did that, they would get penalized. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's it. Last night.
I don't think this is revealing anything too much. It's no secret a producer is with all of these teams, so they could just turn to the producer and say, right. Am I going to be penalized if I do this or not do this? So
you can ask.
Yeah, you can ask.
And I got to go back to Brendan and Rachel. You know, she says, Brendan, I lost the raft. That raft was nowhere in sight. Did you see it? Because I didn't. I was checking the water.
Hey, Brendan, I lost the pile of sticks. Brendan, like, it was nothing.
There's the raft.
Well,
so, I don't know. I just don't know.
See, here's my theory. Here's my conspiracy theory. And believe me, I will let you people all know when I'm saying things as I know this for a fact and when this is just a theory. And this is really just a theory. I feel like the reason Cowboys didn't get penalized and the Dave and Connor didn't get penalized is because Brendan and Rachel's raft fell apart. So I think in other words, I think too many people were having too many things go wrong. And if they would have started saying, okay, you're penalized, then that person would be like, well, then they need to, and they need to, and they need to. So I think maybe production just did it like, okay, everybody had one mess up on this race. Let's just make it a wash and nobody gets any
penalized, and no one gets penalized. But when it comes down to the racing, everybody's time was in a normal time period. Like, you can't put someone in front of somebody else. You know, they did everything right by not penalizing everybody, but still the racers came in the order that they would have come in had they not faced all these unforeseen circumstances, so to speak.
Exactly. And I mean, we don't really know. If anybody ever notices, this is a big problem I have with the race. They give you the start times, they never give you the finish times. So we never really know. And I get it. There are things that happen. People might need like time credits or time adjustments, so they can't do that because then it's not fair. But I wish they would. I wish they would say, like, this is the time they checked in. Yeah. So that we knew. I think it would make things a lot better. But just quickly, speaking of checking in, let me tell you all quickly where the people placed because you all love it. It is Dave and Connor first, Jet and Cord second, Leo and Jamal third, Margie and Luke fourth, Globetrotters fifth, country singer girls seventh, John and Jessica eighth, Brendan and Jessica and John sixth, Brendan and Rachel seventh, Joey and Megan out.
So when Joey and Megan got to Phil, I mean, we obviously knew as viewers that they were in last and they were going to come in last, but I was really hoping that it was a non-elimination.
No, that's next week. Wait, what?
Oh, that's next.
Or like a Redemption Island or something.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I was really hoping. I really was hoping.
No, me too.
Oh man, listen. If it's next week and it's my country girls, I'm really gonna be mad. Oh, you're last. But it's not an elimination.
Well, wait. Next week is 4. It might be next week. It very well might. I think usually we get our first non-elimination.
I don't care when non-elimination is, as long as it's not my country singers.
That taller blonde is John Wayne's granddaughter. How can you hate her?
I don't hate her. I don't like watching her. There's a big difference. I don't like watching her.
Okay, I understand because Because you can hate me, but watch me.
I wanted like the Chippendales in there. Like they don't bring any value to me. I don't know. I don't feel a connection in any such way, shape, or form. I don't find them funny. I don't find them strategic. I don't find anything about them in the race so far.
And
Nothing.
Clearly all the other teams don't like them at all. So that's a tip off to me. But you just said Chippendales, so I will say this. James, blonde, gay, James, is actually really good friends with Caroline in real life of the country singers. So he does tell me a lot of good things about her, which is why I just say I'm only judging you on the race for Comedic.
Well, like I said, I don't know her, so I can't make a judgment how she is outside, but that's my job here to the fans is to discuss how I feel, add some comedy to this video, and that's what I'm doing. I don't like her. In the race, period, end of subject, hashtag Missy doesn't like the country singers.
Yeah.
Hate is not funny.
Yes.
It's a little funny. It's a little funny. So what overall did you guys think about this episode, or was there any other things you wanted to touch on this episode? I'll let you go first, John.
No.
He always does that.
Okay.
I do, of course. I always have
you
something to say.
Go.
You guys try to shut me up all the time. I know it. Listen, last night's episode was much better than the past 2 weeks. It was much more challenging. You didn't have to pick odd or even, and float around and look and see where your next destination is. I mean, they really had to do something like take off their shorts because they were afraid of losing a sequin, climbing down the water, delivering groceries, blowing through a air gun to knock down fake parrots. Oh, speaking of that, I just must say, I don't know if you noticed, and I forget who it was. Did I write it down? So everybody was blowing at these parrots, right, to knock them down out of the tree. And most of the people that we saw went and had to pick up their parrot. But one, how they had the leader that went in the jungle with them? One of them handed the guy this parrot, so he didn't have to go get it. So I don't know who that was. If anybody saw that beside me, let me know because I'm not crazy.
This brings up a really good point to what we've been saying this whole episode. Jim.
It was the Globetrotters.
The Globetrotters.
They didn't have to go get their parrot. The guy handed them their parrot. Everybody else had to go get their parrot. Okay.
Right.
End of rant. Go ahead.
Jim, Missy's really.
I'll hand you a parrot just to move on.
Yes.
Jim to 1969 is saying, I think the teams are penalized when they make mistakes or break rules that save them time. Missing a drop-off point along the river, I don't think was a rule breaker, as they had to do some backtracking, and I guess it didn't gain them any time. So I would agree that's a good theory as well. I definitely think that's a good theory. And to clarify, Missy, you are correct. Hannah is saying she was referring to David and Connor for being penalized, and then the Afghanimals / Cowboys for the lying. So we were both right.
I know what I'm talking about. You guys need to open up your ears and listen a little bit more.
Wait, I need to...
I'm joking. I love you.
So I think.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. We have to say one thing about next week because I'll say this. Like I said, I think we will get Joey and Megan on to do something. But next week, I gotta see how I can get around it. But all I will say is this. I might have in my possession some actual camera phone footage from what will be shown on next weekend's show. Like, in other words, somebody was filming it with their phone live as it was being filmed.
No.
I don't know if we're allowed to show that or if we're going to get in trouble. But maybe after the episode's over, it won't matter if we show it. So
right, 'cause it'll
I'm
be
going to
Monday.
find out about that. Right. So you guys are going to want to tune in next week to see what I got. So
I tune in every week to see what you got, Eric. I'm just saying.
I already know what you got.
And I have to say, I was correct when I guessed that YouTube would go home this week. So let's do it again. Who do we think is going home next week? Since I've already said it this episode, I'm going to say it's a non-elimination leg. No one's going home. Missy?
Why do you do that? Because that's exactly what I was going to say, but here's my guess from here on out. I'm guessing the country girls until they go.
Okay.
Okay.
No, can we
Mean
call this
girl.
episode?
Hashtag mean girl.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Can we?
Bitchy.
I am calling
Bitchy
this
girl.
episode "No Love for the Country Girls."
No.
Episode 3 recap. John,
want-
What do they really
I-
bring?
You
Ugh.
better do the graphic with like each one on each side of Missy singing to her.
No.
no, I won't spend
No.
any time doing that. Sorry.
You know what? I'm thinking this next week, if it's not an elimination, I was disappointed with the Cowboys. So I don't know. I think, you know what? If they keep this up, they're going to go home next week.
Well, one can only hope. If I wish I had my notes. I have a feeling every
You have your
season the
notes right
4th
there.
episode is non-elimination, if I remember. But let's see if I'm wrong or not, because I would be thrilled with either of those two teams going home.
Mhm.
So I guess that about wraps it up for our show for today. John, I will let you go ahead and do your outro first.
Oh my gosh, so much fun hanging out with Missy Z and you too, Eric. Don't forget to visit yourrealityrecaps.com/kick. Watch the video, help us out, help us keep bringing content to you. And of course, if you have any questions, follow me at Comedy Jonah.
Hey guys, super fan Missy Z. I was kind of harsh today on those country girls, but you know what? It's all in good fun. I love that you guys sent in some questions and that you called Eric out for, not paying attention. I love it. And keep those questions coming. Thumbs up. Definitely support the Kickstarter. I love what these guys bring to us, the fans, and we are the fans. So I appreciate talking The Amazing Race. Go Brunchel. I am Team Brunchel all the way. And I hope that you guys have a great day. You can follow me on Twitter at mi55y.
Yes, I echo all those sentiments. We are team Rachel and Brendan all the way now that YouTube is gone. I just have no one else really left to cheer for. But Brent and Rachel are always my number one anyway.
I love that you guys are loving them.
Get out.
But check out the website
John,
too, yourrealityrecap.com.
Actually, tomorrow
Click
we'll
around
be
it,
bringing
view all
you
our
guys
videos,
a RuPaul's Drag
vlogs, and
Race
our live
vlog
show
along
page
with Tyler's
for everything that we
vlog.
do
So that's
live.
video recap
Because as
and
you guys know,
vlog.
you can watch
Then
these shows live,
John
or those of you
and,
that are watching
Zach,
this
our
one,
new vlogger,
this
are
is the
doing
edited
a
version
vlog
with all the
and
bells and
vlog
whistles that
about
we
Real Housewives of
archive
New York
later
premieres on Wednesday.
Say that
once
10
again,
times fast.
thank you guys
Exactly.
so much for watching.
And then we will be
on
back
Twitter all
again
weekend, and
for
then we'll
our
be
Survivor
back
show
on Monday
on
with the new daily
Thursday.
vlog and some
So we have
super
shows and content
mega
for you guys
special
every single
announcements
day
that you are
this
not gonna wanna
week.
miss
Stay
that
tuned.
vlog,
We'll
so
see
we
you
will
guys on
see you
Twitter.
guys all then.
Bye for now,
Bye for now.
everybody.